If you've been watching any of my videos recently or keeping up to date with my Instagram, you'll know that at the minute I'm on a retro Warhammer buzz. I can't get enough of it at the minute. Last week we looked at the Space War Citadel combat cards, and I said in the next video, this one today, I want to check out these guys. These are the Chaos Combat Cards. At the time I didn't have them all. I've had this pack since I was a little kid, but over the years I've lost the cards from it. So I was like 7 short. I went on eBay, got the ones I needed, they got delivered, and now I've got a full pack to check out. I can't wait to show you what's inside here because there's some fucking crazy bastards inside this pack. But before we get into that, I've been up since 6 AM, so I need my little sugar hit. Check the fucking size of that big boy. It's massive, it's gonna knock me out. So yeah man, let's check out some Chaos Combat Cards. Woohoo! So very much like the Space War pack, there's 35 cards inside this deck. But the difference between this pack and that one is that that was just Warhammer 40,000. This is a mix of Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer Fantasy characters. So it's basically Age of Sigmar and 40k characters mixed up into one pack. So who have we got first? Check this fucking guy. Klaus Halfman, Mutant Thug. Check him, he's rocking the dreadlock top knot. He's got the club. He looks like he's got spark plugs skewered through his chest at his back. How is this guy even alive? He reminds me of that Kenner Beetlejuice figure, the one that you stab spears through. Look at his face, he's fucking raging. This guy needs very little convincing to go to war. Alright, what's this guy saying? Ulrich Elfeater. This guy earned his name from feasting on the carcasses of fucking elves. He's a proper character as well, this guy. Check him, he's got a green face with half a hockey mask. He's rocking the axe. He's got his black nail varnish because he's on them death metal ones. He's got octopus tentacles for one of his arms. He's a mutant thug and he looks like he loves everything that comes with being a mutant thug. Like he wears it like a badge of honor. Kareem Bloody Hand. Yo, I told you there were some fucking gnarly bastards in this pack. Check this guy, Warrior of Khorne. I love that proper classic knight looking helmet. My guy looks like a medieval Mandalorian. And Chaos Knights are fucking brutal. They worship the god of Khorne, probably the most brutal of all the Chaos gods, and this guy fully represents that. Check his stance, he's always ready for war. Who's this guy? Jackan of the Claw. Another mutant thug. Mutant thugs in abundance in this deck of cards. Check that crab claw. This guy's a proper mutant. Rocking the bat with the nail through it. Proper classic gang shit. You could drop this guy in the middle of any band of cutthroat bastards and he'd never look out of place. Slaughter Vileblade, Beastman of Slaanesh, the first Beastman of the deck. This is one of the cards that I had to get off eBay and it was so worth it. Check this guy. I love that he looks like a bull in an executioner's mask. And check that scimitar looking blade. This guy's ready to take heads the fuck off. So this is easily one of the weirdest cards in the pack. Another Beastman, Marmos the Hordeling, mutant spawn of chaos. Check it, this guy doesn't rock a sword or an axe or a club or none of that. He just rocks the crab claw and a naked woman on his head. And not just a naked woman that sat atop his horns, a woman who's had her legs cut off and then somehow fused with his fucking skull. This guy walks around with a naked woman on his head like a fucking trophy. Now this guy used to freak me the fuck out as a kid. Bloodletter of Khorne, check him, he's fucking horrible. Devils are horrible. In that weird bent up spindly position with his bloody blade. Ugh, I used to fucking hate looking at this card. I think it's that weird contorted position that he's in. I can just imagine that if he came at you with that knife, you wouldn't know where to look or dodge or where to move to try and avoid his attack. You'd just get fucking skewered and he looks like he'd love every minute of it. I hate this guy. Heartrender, Bloodletter of Khorne. Fuck off. Gregor Kurt, the Siamese twin, mutant beastman. He looks like Too Bad from Masters of the Universe. If one of his hands was a snake and one of his heads was the greasy strangler. And check that symbol. That screaming face means he's a berserker. This guy runs into the war zone and goes fucking mental. Now this dude looks slick as fuck. Check him, Brother Cutsoul, Traitor Legionnaire. He looks like some alien bio-armoured praying mantis. He's rocking the pistol and the chainsword and that huge impractical outrageous backpack. This guy's got some flair. Imagine being a mutant thug in the same army as this guy. You'd be so fucking jealous. This guy's easily one of the dopest beastmen. Check this Beastman of Khorne, Helsin Hackett. I love how his horns are fused together and twisted to form the symbol of his god. This dude looks like a boss from Doom. Zelek Blackshade, champion of Khorne. Check this fucking legend. This is the dude that they use for the front cover of the pack, and he's so fitting because he's a boss man. Weapon skill 14. This guy's a fucking surgeon on the battlefield. If the sword don't get you, then the pistol will. If the pistol don't, then the scorpion stinger will. This guy mixes that perfect aesthetic of 40k and fantasy. He's got the skull mask, he's got horns, he's armored up. He's fucking dope. He's everything that you would want from a Warhammer figure in the 90s. Yo, how are we gonna follow Zelek Blackshade with this fucking oddball? Drakkrath the Ravaging, Mutant Spawn of Chaos. Check this fucking douchebag. You've got all these other characters in this pack rocking sick horns and antennas, and then this guy's just got two meth head long neck fucking worms sprouting out the side of his head. He don't even have hands. This guy's sole purpose in life is to claw and stab at people. How does he even wipe his own arse? At least he's got a couple sets of extra eyes to help him see what he's doing. Shade Flench, Chaos Beastman. I always loved this guy because his green fur reminded me of Mossman from Masters of the Universe. This guy's dope. I sleep better at night knowing that I've got this card in my collection. This guy looks like the merchant from Resident Evil 4. Hello, stranger. He's rocking his hood up with the scythe, Grim Reaper style. He's throwing up the devil horns. Shouts at the devil! This guy's a rocker through and through. Now, if you're anything like me and you grew up on a Northern Council estate, then Korath's skullface should look very familiar. This looks like the mother of every kid that ran around the estate with baked beans on their top. She reminds me of that horrible dinner lady, the one that just fucking hates her life and hates her job, so she's mean to everyone. And sometimes I'll be sat here trying to record audio and I'll hear noise outside, so I'll look out my window and I'll see two Korath skullface looking women arguing in the middle of the street, throwing fucking wheelie bins at each other. Woo, check this crazy looking chick. Gerda von Evilstein, champion of Slaanesh. Big hair, don't care, she looks crazy. She looks like the kind of girl I want to get to know a little bit better, but I'm also a little bit scared of her. And check that hook. If you're brave enough to wife this one, then you better come correct. Don't ever do the dirty on her because them balls are becoming off. So this one is by far the weirdest character in this entire deck. Rambrute, Fiend of Slaanesh. Check that fucking monstrosity. It's got 4 legs that all look human, yet they've got hoofed feet. It's got a row of breasts down one side of its chest, a snake for a tail, and on top of all that, it's spewing fucking vomit out of its mouth. Out of all of the gnarly characters in this pack, this is the one that I'd want to face on the battlefield the least. I've actually got one of these characters in my old box of Metal Warhammer. He's not exactly the same, but he's just as fucking weird. But check it, he's missing a leg. If you've got a spare leg, then holler me. I'd love to paint this guy up and add him to my display. Another dude here devoted to the gods of Slaanesh, Karlot Foulbrood, champion of Slaanesh. Check this guy, he's a Minotaur. I always loved Minotaurs since I first saw one in Time Bandits, and since then I've always thought they were the coolest. And check his armor on the side of his face with that guard on his eyeball. Fucking brutal. Mannix Grimblood, mutant champion. This was always a standout character in the pack for me. Check his colour scheme, the red and the green, he looks fucking dope. And check that fucking mutant fist. He's definitely got that bioorganic alien demon corruption shit going on. It's like, whilst his fist was in mid-mutation, he stuck it into a pile of cannonballs and it transformed into a giant ball-bearing club. It looks like a fucking ankylosaurus tail. And have you seen how he's pointing forward? He's already picked out his next victim and he can't wait to get hold of the cunt. Absolute animal. Darkmind the Despoiler, Demonette of Slaanesh. Check this crazy chick with the mohawk and the titty out. She's got crab claws and a scorpion tail. She looks like she gets crazy on the battlefield, but even crazier at the after party. The kind of girl that on a night out would be the first to start swinging if it kicked off, with women, blokes, anybody that wanted it. Absolute terror. Jacob Warptail, another champion of Slaanesh. This guy looks like he's getting ready to host the Crystal Maze. Check him pointing like a football hooligan. There's so many pointers in this pack. It looks like he's saying, come on then you cunt, I want you, you fucking mug. Gretel Witherhide, another freak that's got no problem getting a titty out in the name of Slaanesh. Ooh, check this guy. Dranok Gore Drinker, Champion of Corn, Weapon Skill 14. This guy looks like a fucking shogun. And check them flares. Flaming flares. This dude looks like he should be in Kiss. Then we've got Droog Warfield, Champion of Chaos. Check this Walder Frey looking fuck. He's proper old and decrepit. He can barely raise his shield. Dude looks like Riff Raff from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But check that armor. That's fucking fire with the skull shoulder pad. Go on. Brother Heartwither. This guy looks mint with the horse skull face and the pink and the blue and the clenched fist. Proper pissed off. I always thought this guy looked sick, like he had an alien skull for a helmet, almost like an elephant skull. And check him, he don't even aim his gun forward, he just shoots from the hip. Proper old school gunslinger, this guy. The final character in the pack is easily one of the coolest, Stuggan Giselle, or Studgeon Giselle, however you say it, Champion of Chaos. I can just imagine this guy floating across the battlefield like some fucking wraith. Is another one of them guys rocking the bone armor, and check how he's pointing forward. He's not pointing forward like he's looking at a certain guy, he's pointing forward to send his boys in to kill the guy for him. He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, but he only gets them dirty when he needs to, because he's above that shit. This guy doesn't relish in the war, he is the fucking war. As you can probably tell, this pack of cards got me way more gassed than the Space War ones. They're awesome, but these are on a whole different level of gnarly. Some of these characters are so implanted in my brain from looking through them for hours as a kid that I know that they'll influence my artwork and my design to this day without me even realising it. I also know that a lot of these characters won't be canon now in the world of Warhammer, and a lot of the sculpts look really dated, but I can't help but fucking love them. I kinda wish that Warhammer would re-release a load of these old models now, because I'd buy all that shit. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's some cool characters in that pack, man. I'd love to know who your favourite character is from that deck. So make sure you comment below. Let me know who your standout character is. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, man, because you know that it goes a long fucking way. If it's your first time watching Slimehouse TV, I'm Theo Cane. This is Slimehouse TV, the home of everything and anything cool, artistic, retro, and edgy. You can also get at me on Instagram at Theo_Cane_Slimehouse. I'm always posting crazy shit on there. And also, if you want to help support this channel even more, help make Slimehouse bigger and better than ever, you can get at me on Patreon and become a Slime Renegade supporter at patreon.com/SlimehouseTV. Also, make sure you check out last week's video when we checked out the Space War deck, because there's some crazy characters in there. In the meantime, like I said, I'm Theo Cane, this is Slimehouse TV, and I will catch you in the next video. Pow!